There are four types of arrest in Louisiana: citation, on-scene arrest, the arrest warrant, and a grand jury indictment that issues a bench warrant. We're going to talk about all four of those in this video. Now, a citation, which is basically a ticket, that is actually an arrest. It's called an arrest by citation. And most of us are familiar with tickets in the terms of traffic tickets, but you can also get tickets issued for misdemeanors and even certain felony grade thefts. Now, an officer can arrest you, put you in handcuffs, and take you to jail for a misdemeanor, or they can issue you a ticket. There are certain factors that has to come into play before they decide to issue a citation in lieu of the arrest. But generally speaking, they're going to look at your criminal history. They're going to make an assessment to the seriousness of your conduct, like whether it was a DWI or a domestic violence situation. You know, something where if they released you could pose a danger to others in the community in that moment. If they don't, then you could get a ticket. So sometimes you'll see that in possession of marijuana, misdemeanor grade offenses, although some major jurisdictions do like to arrest you for statistical purposes, and that's a conversation for a different day. The on-scene arrest is what a lot of us are used to when we see the police doing what's called proactive patrolling. They will basically ride around in areas looking for crime, or if they are dealing with a traffic ticket and they see something else that amounts to a crime, they can make an arrest. So for example, if the police are patrolling a neighborhood, they see someone smoking a marijuana cigarette or doing a hand-to-hand drug transaction, or even actually engaged in robbing a store, they can go pursue that person and arrest them on scene. It is their physical observations that create probable cause that a crime was committed. The next type of arrest is an arrest by a warrant. This occurs when the police officer does not see the crime take place. They do an investigation. Think of your famous sitcoms, you know, where you're solving a murder or robbery or some type of big case. The detective is going to do an investigation, interview witnesses, get forensic evidence, and then make a summary to a judge that says, hey, I believe this person is responsible for committing this crime, and here's why. The judge reads it. The judge believes there's probable cause, will sign off on the warrant, authorizing the detective to go and make the arrest. The fourth kind of arrest is called, happens after there's a grand jury return. So the DA does an investigation, they put witnesses before a secret grand jury jury hears the case, believes that somebody has committed a crime, and they will issue an indictment saying, I believe Joe Blow committed murder on this particular day. It is the grand jury's finding that a crime was committed that establishes probable cause. So the DA then goes and files that indictment into the record and is presented in front of a judge. That judge will then issue a bench warrant authorizing the arrest for that person to satisfy the grand jury indictment. So those are the four ways people are arrested.